Welcome to another Wisdom Wednesday. It is November and we are talking about a whole lot of things. Never forget that Wisdom Wednesday is dedicated to the place where wisdom meets curiosity. So let's get into it. This week's Wisdom Wednesday is all about gratitude and leadership, especially since we are in the month of November. And in good old TQA fashion, we are implementing the THANK acronym because we're talking about gratitude and leadership. Why wouldn't we? These are going to be some nuggets that we can use as leaders to implement so that we can make sure that we are expressing our gratitude while leading. So the first letter in the THINK acronym is the T. And in the T, we're going to think positively. How are we going to do that, you may ask? We're going to start every day by writing down at least three positive things that happened from the day before or the previous day. These things could be personal achievements, team successes, small moments that made a positive impact. Just by doing this, we are ensuring that we start our day off with a positive mindset and focusing on what is working well and setting the tone of gratitude. You know, this is so important to me because it's easy to get bogged down with all of the things. So please take a moment, pause, reflect, think about three things that went well or had a positive impact the day before so that we could get our new day started on the right foot. The H is highlight team wins. How do we do that? We can use every opportunity that we have to spotlight individual or team achievements. For example, just recently, the staff and I had a faculty meeting. And the beginning of every faculty meeting, we do staff accolades, spotlights, recognitions. And because servicing a military connected community, we call them Bravo Zulus. It is a time where we, as an administrative team, recognizes staff individually or as a group, as a team, for just making our job easier, having impact, making some really stand up decisions. We call them Bravo Zulus, right? So, another word, good job. And so then after we as an admin team do that, we turn the floor over to other staff members that they may want to recognize. And this is a practice that we use every month during our faculty meeting. One of the things that I want to consider in my old place where I was a building administrator, we had a wall of flame. Not fame, but flame because our acronym was FIRE. And we were all about firing it up, on fire, being on fire, fired up, all the things related to fire. So we had a wall of flame. And this is where we took pictures of our staff members and just small words to post their highlights of successes. They could share this information with each other so a staff member can um, nominate another staff member, or it could be nominated from the students in this particular instance, or by admin. And this was just a way to encourage and recognize peer to peer recognition. Again, small successes, large successes, just an opportunity to highlight accomplishments and team wins. A, appreciate small moments. This is an opportunity every day to recognize those members of the team that make daily contributions. So, sometimes we are guilty of waiting to the end of the year to do like a cash award or some sort of incentive. But why not just make it intention to every day recognize small wins, small moments, appreciate small moments. Your girl, the coach and strategist herself, CEO and founder of the Coach Academy, building administrator, I love to purchase coffee and food because I strongly believe that a way to somebody's heart is through their stomach. And I am always making sure that I am bringing goodies in, that I'm bringing coffee. You all know my drink of choice is Starbucks. Or just going out of my way to provide something small and tangible just to say thank you. But other ways that you could do this that doesn't cost anything at all is by sending a thank you note or an email to a team member who has went above and beyond or have just noticed something small that you didn't even notice. A lot of times, our staff morale is heavily grounded in how much you say thank you. And so being able to express appreciation for staff that often go unnoticed goes a very, very long way. And while we're talking about showing small levels of appreciation, it's also very important to end nurture connections. In fact, nurturing connections is one of our themes this year at my current location as a building administrator. We want to make sure that not only are we nurturing connections with our staff, but we want to nurture connections with our students, with our stakeholders, by checking in with them, finding out what's going well, finding out what's not going so well. What do they want to improve? What do they want to see different? Conducting listening and learning tours. Again, just checking out the kids in the cafeteria, again, in this situation at the school, trying to get feedback, hearing what their challenges are. And again, this is not just for the students, but this is for the staff and the stakeholders as well. We always have that great old system where folks can lodge their complaints, but why not beat them to the punch? We always don't have to have one on one conversations for things that are negative. One of the highlights of my day last week at our faculty meeting, we did a quarter one reflection. And this is something that I had shared with you all before. It was a protocol, the highs, the lows, and the oh no's or the ohs. And this protocol went really, really well because we placed highs on one chart paper, lows on another chart paper, oh no's and ohs on another chart paper. And we had staff to write on a sticky note what they experienced or what they thought was highs. In other words, what went really, really well. What was a low? And the low was like, oh, we could we need to look at this, we need to improve on this. And the oh no's or the ohs was, yeah, let's not do that again. Or a better way to do this is dot dot dot. And that really opened up the floor for staff to feel heard, seen, valued, and connected with. When the further part of the connection that was made was that staff was able to do kind of like a gallery walk and go read what other members of the team said were highs, were lows, and uh-ohs or onos. And they got to star it, check it, say, yes, that resonates with me. And so they were able to connect and say, hey, friends, this is what's going well, this is what's not going well. And they were very appreciative because it wasn't like a survey or a form or something that got them up and moving. And they got to reflect on how our quarter one went and how the contributions brought us to where we are. And so I'm really excited about continuing that practice and using that protocol again to promote connections, but also to promote opportunities for staff again to feel heard, to feel seen, to feel valued, and ensure that their voices are recognized and that they bring something to the table. And lastly, we have come to the letter K. We need to ensure that we are keeping our practices consistent. And so, one of the things that we have been talking about in our previous Wisdom Wednesdays and Saturday schools is implementing some sort of weekly gratitude journal. This is an opportunity where we could take about 5 minutes to reflect on moments and people that we're grateful for. We could also use this opportunity to encourage our staff to adopt this habit or our team to adopt this habit as well. In fact, one of my things is every day I have alliteration for the day. So Monday is Marvelous Monday, Tuesday is Terrific Tuesday, Wednesday is a Winning Wednesday or Wisdom Wednesday or Wellness Wednesday. Thursday is Thankful and Thoughtful Thursday. So that's an opportunity where we really just pause and reflect and share our opportunities for gratitude. And Friday has so many things. Friday, so it's Fantastic Friday. It could be Filter Free Friday. It could be Fantabulous Friday. The list goes on and on. But those are just some small ways that I ensure that we take time to pause and think and be thankful and grateful for our opportunities. And especially on a Thursday, who doesn't love alliteration? I mean, hello. Being able to keep this practice consistent fosters a culture of ongoing appreciation. So tell me, how are you going to marry gratefulness and leadership this month for the month of November? And how are you going to ensure that you show your team that you are thankful for them? How are you going to exemplify our thank acronym, not just this month, but all the months ahead? Because I'm telling you this, if you didn't know that you know, if you didn't know, now you know. Part of your culture and your climate is how you make people feel. And not just you as a leader, but how your team comes together to ensure that we are cognizant of how we make others feel. And so, as we are thinking about gratefulness, gratitude, and leadership, let's always keep the THANK acronym at the forefront of our mind, because how people will never forget what you say. Well, people will forget what you say, but they won't forget how you made them feel. I hope I said that right. Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, guys. Bye.